let's try this again. Tell me how, hey, what's up everyone? But tell me how I recorded a whole 3-minute video for you guys to open up this vlog, and I somehow switched it to slow-mo because I was listening back to it. That was really weird. Well, anyways, I am putting away laundry, so you're in my closet. Putting away laundry, still putting away laundry from the cruise. You guys really seem to like that travel vlog. If you haven't watched the video already, I'll try my best to do the thing where we link so you can see. I taught yoga on a cruise for the Nurse Con cruise. Nurse Blake, he hosts a cruise every year for nurses, and I was one of the yoga teachers. Like, if that is not manifestation at its finest, I don't know what is. I don't know if I said this in last week's vlog, but pretty much I wanted to work with Blake, like yes, I did say this already, but I wanted to work with Blake when I started Lesline Does Wellness. If you don't know already, I have my own wellness business where I show new moms how to do yoga or prioritize themselves through the use of yoga. And I remember just looking at other people that are, in my field of nursing, and he was one of the people that popped up. He's actually local to Orlando, which was like, oh my God, like even more motivating. Let me know in the comments below if you can relate, but like you'll see people, yeah, I need to shave. You'll see people online and you're like, oh, that's not really attainable because they don't live where I live. Because, you'll put up excuses like, well, they don't understand because they don't live where I live. You know what I'm saying? So to see somebody that lives where I live doing the thing, I'm like, oh my God. And then I saw like all the things he was doing to help like nurses just, get better pay and like all of these type of things, and just have a, work within the healthcare system more ethically, even though it is really broken. I was so like, I want to work with him. And like, I remember like I would share his stuff and all of that. And then I kind of just was like, you know what, like, and just like kind of like put it on the, not even back burner. I just took it off my stove, if I'm gonna be frank with you guys, because I was like, I don't really know on how I'm gonna pitch myself. And then I didn't even have to pitch myself. I just continued to be consistent, showed up online like consistently, and then somebody reached out to me to be on his magazine, blah, blah, blah. The rest is history. But so I say all that to say, like, it was a great experience. Like, now that I'm home, I'm like, wow, that was incredible. Like, when you're in it, like, I know me as a yoga teacher, I should be better at this. But like when I'm in the thing, I don't realize how amazing it is, and like how great of experience I had until I'm back in the real world. So with that being in the real world, putting away laundry, and what am I doing this week? I'm going to Dejin Eats. It's a local vegan Jamaican restaurant in Eatonville. She hosts regular books and dinner, which was what's really unique about it. It's a book club, but she's a chef. So she cooks us like her amazing vegan food. Like, so a meal, say that was in the book, she'll cook that from the book, and then we'll discuss the book. So she cooks a meal from the book and we discuss the book. So it's like a little spin on the typical book club. I went to one of her book and dinners like maybe a year or so now, which is so wild. And then I saw that we were reading for this month Hurricane Summer, so I'll leave that here. Hurricane Summer by Asha Bromfield. It was a great book. Like, it was so good, and I cannot wait to discuss it tomorrow. I cannot wait to see what Dejin creates for us to eat, and so I will take you guys along for that. And then I don't really know what else I have this week. I have schoolwork. School is going. I'm actually like failing one of my classes, but I put in my what if grade and I will pass with a C. Like, so we'll be okay. But just my overachieving self, I was really in my feelings. I almost wanted to quit school altogether when I came back from vacation, which as I reflect on that, it's like you just realize how like there's like the highs and lows, so to speak, that make you like appreciate what you have. One of my life coaches, she explained that so well, and it makes you like just stay like in gratitude. I'm not explaining that well, but moral story is, came back from the cruise and then I realized I was failing, and then I was just like, oh, and then I was like, I have all this stuff to do around the house. Oh, why am I doing all of the things, And so I had a conversation with a good friend of mine, shout out to Christina, and I was like, what's the point? Like, things with Lesline Does Wellness are doing so great, like, I'm just gonna quit school. And she was like, no, you're not. That's funny. She was like, you have a very clear plan of what you're doing, so you're not going to do that. This is a 5-minute clip, but I just wanted to share that with you all because that was last week. It was like, you see me doing these great things, and then behind the scenes, I low-key wanted to quit school. And then what was also funny was last week, and I'll see if I can insert some clips. You said, like, how can we show empathy in our work? The first word that came to my mind was relatability. I know when I've been a nurse for a little bit now, and then when I started teaching yoga and I wanted to like show it online and on my social media, one thing that like people would say to me is they appreciate how relatable I am. And like when they come to my yoga classes, one reason they come is because they know I'm a nurse, but also because they can relate to me. Because I feel like sometimes when we talk about providers across the board, no matter what type of provider you are, people can kind of be intimidated, right? They can be like, I don't know, like, you're this doctor that knows all these things, or you're this nurse practitioner who knows all these things. And it's not true. Like, we said in the beginning, we're lifelong learners, right? So I think just making that clear to our patients, to our clients, that we are just like you. And we are honestly just here, like Dr. Dolko said, like to swaddle you, so to speak, and let you know that everything you're experiencing is complete. Like, we're validating that what you're going through, not necessarily maybe that it's normal. I don't even want to say that, but we see you, like we genuinely see you. Because I know when I first became a mom, I didn't feel like I was seen. And that was part of the reason, like, why last week, as soon as I came back, so we came back Monday, Monday I took off, always do that. Like, that's a rule of thumb. I feel like everybody knows, like, you never like go on a vacation and then work the very next day. Took off Monday, Tuesday went back to work. Wednesday, I did a panel for my school, which that was also weird because I was like, crap, like, I can't drop out of school and be on this panel. And then Thursday, I was on the news. So I'll insert a clip here as well so you can see your girl was on the news.
Just how much mom really needs. We focus so much on the baby.
Really alone, which I realize a lot of women, once they have a kid, you feel isolated. Mm-hmm. I felt the same. And make a card deck here called You Just Had a Baby. And I don't know if you can see it.
They're so adorable.
There it is. One here is a gentle stretch, and it's scan this QR code and it takes you to my YouTube channel where I have yoga, meditation, all of that for you. Mm-hmm. So like Mother's Day is coming up. So like I like to say, it's the perfect Mother's Day gift. So if you know somebody that is maybe like, oh, I am, I'm pregnant, and they're a first time mom, or maybe they're not a first time mom, but maybe, either way, this is a great gift to give them, because I feel like a lot of the time when you hear somebody that's pregnant, or even if you are pregnant, you are so focused on, well, let me get the diapers and like, the formula or the bottles, like you're so focused. But so that's like all the things I've been doing since I got back. So it's like seeing that Lesline Does Wellness is like going really well. It's picking up traction, like especially on social media. And I don't care what nobody says, like people can talk crap about social media, but it's doing really well for me and positioning me as the expert that I want to be when it comes to like the wellness space, specifically for Black new moms. I am loving it here. So that's why I was like, well, school's going bad, so I should just quit. And my friend's like, you can't be like always be doing good. Like you have to, like, it's going to be okay, Lesline. So I was really thankful for my friend to give me that pep talk. We need friends like that. And yeah, so I will be back in the next clip. It'll be Sunday. We'll be at Dejin Eats doing book and dinner. So see you guys there. Your favorite nurse yogi loves to read, and last night I had the pleasure of going to Dejin Eats Dinner Book Club, where we discussed Hurricane Summer by Asha Bromfield. Growing up first generation Jamaican, I used to see my family all the time in Jamaica. So when I tell you this book hit close to home, it hit close to home, y'all. And of course, the food was on point. I am not vegan, but I will eat Dejin's foods any day of the week. When I tell you, this was a whole experience. It was a sold out event. And then there's my friend Nicole facilitating a beautiful discussion. We went so in detail about this book, and I just felt so seen. I'm so appreciative to Asha, to Dejin, to Nicole, and we got to actually talk with Asha, the author, which was so cool. She is so sweet, and it was just just nice to pour into her and thank her for sharing her story, you know. And then Deji was just sharing with all the food she cooked, and yeah, I had to get so many clips, y'all. Like, it was just really nice to just be in this space with all of these women from all different backgrounds. And yeah, I'm so glad I went. Make sure you check out next month's dinner book club at Dejan Eats, located in Eatonville. You will not be disappointed. All right, we're continuing this vlog. I just started therapy again. This is gonna be my third therapist. I had my first therapist after having a miscarriage. This was before I had my son, so this was like 7 years ago. I had a miscarriage, sought out therapy, worked with that therapist for like a little bit, maybe a few months. Then everything was good, so I stopped with her. Then I had my second therapist. I had her for a longer amount of time after having my daughter. Not going to go into all of that, but it's part of the reason why I created my mindfulness card deck. You just had a baby for new moms. And then today I am back in therapy after 3 years. 2? It's been a minute is the moral of the story. And with anything, right, you kind of notice, like, if you don't work out or anything, you're just like, oh, I need to be back. And I've been telling my husband over and over, like, I need to go back to therapy. I need to go back to therapy. And he's like, well, then go. So I just had a therapy session a couple of hours ago. She already like identified the current issue. And what is so interesting, like, I'm not going to go into what my current issue is, but what is so interesting is the evolution of things with me. And I'm like, wow, look at me, like, you know, progressing and seeking the help and having the privilege to get the help. So yeah, I'm really excited to be back in therapy, to get some actionable items that I haven't. I'm going to do them. Hold me accountable, guys. Okay. But yeah, that's how I'm opening up this Monday. Like I shared with you all, and I'm saying this to me so I can make sure the timeline of this week's vlog makes sense. We opened up Saturday evening and I was doing laundry, and then yesterday was book club. So I'll make sure to insert that, if not before this clip, after this clip. It was really good. I'll share the clip. And then tomorrow I'm not really doing a whole lot. The rest of the week is kind of boring. My husband's birthday is in 3 days, so there's that. But other than that, that's really it. I have some dry skin, y'all. It's not boogers. But anyways, I will talk to you guys in the next scene. Okay, we're back. Today is Tuesday, April 23rd. My heating pad is behind me. I'm not currently using it, but we worked out today. I don't know if I said this in the previous clip, but I have said this in a mini vlog that I did, and I've been struggle city with getting back to working out, especially because we just came back from a cruise. And it's not even just came back, it's been 2 weeks now, but it feels like yesterday. And I think it feels like yesterday because I'm finally like caught up on like laundry and like that kind of stuff. So now that I'm like the second week post vacation, I'm like, okay, let me get back to working out and things like that, because I didn't work out on the cruise with the exception of teaching yoga classes. But like I said in the mini vlog, I'll say it here, it's different working out. It's different when you teach a yoga class versus like being the person, like being the participant. It's different being the teacher versus the student. There you go. And so I say that to say I haven't worked out since I got my hair in, and that was like the first week of April. So it's been like it was a good 2 weeks, but I broke that. And I worked out today, and I realized I have to work out first thing in the morning, point blank, period. So I did my Peloton. I did a 20-minute ride with Tunde. Then I did a 5-minute cool down. Then I did a 5-minute stretch. So that was 35 minutes of activity, right? And so my movement, the exercise circle is closed. Maybe I can edit that and show y'all where I currently am at, or I don't know how. Anyways, let me stop trying to make this complicated. But I just wanted to share I'm back to getting my movement in. I'm back to also, I have this journal. Shout out to Erin on Demand. She has this top 3 notebook. So I bought this like everybody else at the top of the year. And I fell off. Let's see. When was the it's not too bad. You know what? And I really like this notebook, this planner, because it's not just a planner. It's also like you get to you get to like write what you've accomplished. So like, and I also like her planner because it's made for entrepreneurs. So she breaks it into quarters. And so she's like, what was your top accomplishment from last quarter? Because now we're in quarter 2, right? And I said that I launched my mindfulness card deck. Like, that is a freaking big deal. Because I was kind of, and this is why I appreciate like her planner specifically, I was kind of beating myself up because I hadn't been in this planner. Let's look, guys. Let me see. I hadn't been in this planner since like March 17th was like the last time I wrote anything in this planner. So I was kind of like, I don't know. No, actually March 25th. It looks like. Okay, so it was like a couple of weeks as I was prepping for the going on the cruise. So when I opened this back up, I was like, oh God, but I need to plan. Like, I need to plan because I realized when I don't plan, that's how everything just spirals. I'm anxious, all of this. So again, I wrote that my top accomplishment for quarter 1 was that I launched my mindfulness card deck. That was a big deal. Like, it is a big deal. And also, I'll share this here with you. I sold almost 100 card decks. So I sold almost 100 decks of You Just Had a Baby within the first 2 months, within the first month, because technically I launched You Just Had a Baby card deck. I launched it it was in Black History Month. I wanted it to be launched then. So it was like February. And then, like, I'm not even lying, all within that week, I had a few people, like a journalist, reach out. I was on the news. And I'll see if I can insert a clip of that. And then, like, I was also on the Sandra show. And then it was a lot of great things. So yeah, I've sold almost 100 card decks within about a month. And I'm just really proud of myself. So, okay. So I am doing my walk. And I actually am doing a 2-mile walk today. I'm almost done. And I wanted to ask you guys here over on YouTube, because this is where the yoga classes live, what area of your body is hurting you? So again, what area of your body is hurting you? If that be, maybe it's your shoulders, your lower back. I know I hear lower back a lot. So let me know what area for you is hurting you, and just leave it down below. But I did already ask over on Instagram, and I got a bunch of responses, so I'll see if I could pop those here, and they were really helpful and insightful. So I was like, I gotta ask you guys too. So just let me know in the comments below what area is ailing you, what area do you want to get stretched out, and I'll be doing a mini series over here on YouTube for you all this summer. I think that's it. It's a really nice day today. I also heard that the clock app as of today is going to be banned. So it's like an even more reason for me to continue to post content on YouTube. And also it's just a reminder, because I've been making payments on some things business-wise, and one of those things was my website. I was able to make my payment, annual payment on my website. Praise God. Like, that's a big deal. So I don't have to worry about that till next year again. But I was like, kind of like wanting to do monthly payments, because I wanted to like keep more money in my business account. If you know, you know. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just pay this. The website is the one thing that I actually own, and that's the whole thing, having ownership. Like, all the other social media can kick rocks, but my website, I own that, right? And like, I'm thankful that I'm not quaking in my boots today because Instagram is gonna go bye-bye. Like, it is what it is. Like, that's why I am everywhere, right? And if all of the social medias go away, I have my website and I have my email list and I have YouTube. I have you all, because YouTube is not going to go anywhere, right? So take that as a lesson. If you are an aspiring, walking and talking, y'all, is a thing. If you are an aspiring entrepreneur, take this as your lesson to make sure you have your website, then make sure you have your email list, right? And then YouTube, if you're gonna do it in that order. But anyways, again, just let me know below what is ailing you. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next clip. I'm seeing if I could talk and take my shoes off to you guys. So I did close, this is so annoying. I closed my exercise ring. So the exercise ring is the green one. And then the pink one is movement. So just any kind of movement. Like if you say you don't record, like hit record on your watch, your Apple Watch, it will still count with the pink. And then the blue ring is your stand. So like how many times during the day are you standing? I need to look this way, not that way. So I just wanted to break that down for anybody that, because I know a lot of us do have Apple Watches, but like, are you using it efficiently? I think that's the word I'm trying to use. So yeah, I just did a 2-mile walk, so that over exceeded my goals. I haven't adjusted my exercise or any of my goals within the watch, because you can do that. And what's really cool with the with your watch is it's always tracking you, like if you're wearing it. So the more consistent you are with your exercise, it's going to be like, hey, do you want to try to up your calories? Is one of the things it will ask, because the calories ties into the pink circle, which is your movement. So it'll be like, hey, do you want to up that? I've been saying no, I haven't done that yet. But that's just me. And then also it's important that you consult with your primary care provider, your doctor, right? To see if that is something you need to do, because in my opinion, as your favorite nurse yogi, be consistent first with your movement routine. Like if you're like, oh, let me up it, and you not only, but say you just started, working out again consistently, and consistency is different for everybody. I'll say that again, consistency is different for everybody. So it could be like, I'm going to move my body twice a week, Monday and Wednesday, right? Consistency for somebody else could be like, I'm moving my body 5 times a week. It looks different for everybody. So first, figure out, what does consistency look like for you when it comes to movement? And in that same sentence, talk with your doctor. Like, make sure you have a doctor that is like, okay, like this is what, they recommend you do based on if you're taking medication. Do you have high blood pressure, high cholesterol? Like, what other things are in play? Like, so I just wanted to give that little piece of advice when it comes to your movement. And yeah, I'm gonna clock back into my corporate job because I have a meeting in less than 15 minutes. Okay, so I lied. I literally am. I'm actually gonna make myself a little. It's not a smoothie. It's this drink, which I'm gonna show you guys. Just washing my hands. And also, speaking of washing hands and like hand hygiene, I guess I'm going in my nurse bag to this portion of the vlog. But my husband and I, we just came back from a cruise, and one of my friends, she also came back from a cruise like maybe about a month ago now. And I was sharing with her like, hey, I'm going on a cruise. And she's like, yeah, make sure, you take your vitamins and all of that. Because she was like, we got so sick. And we went on Norwegian, by the way, cruise line. It was my first time, first time flying. It was both of me and my husband's first time going on Norwegian. And I don't know if it's because it was a nurse cruise, but the Norwegian staff, they were very adamant, like it's in the buffet, wash hands. Like there was somebody whose sole job the whole time the buffet was open. It was not a 24-hour buffet too, I will add. But the entire time the buffet was open, there was a person that was like, washy, like, and I feel like that in itself was the reason we did not get sick. Because, buffets are like germ city. They can be. And I'm convinced that's the reason we didn't get sick, is because every time we were about to eat that buffet, which was on a regular basis, they were like, washy, 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 washy. So we were making sure that we were washing our hands. Okay, so I'm going to be drinking this. This is Organics Phyto Food, All Natural Greens and Reds formula. This is competitive to what all the influencers drinking right now, which is like the A1 greens or whatever. I don't have that, so I don't know the name, but I've had it, and this is similar to that. So and I'll show you, but yeah, so you put about 6 to 8 ounces of water. I did about, let me see. I be so like by the book with things. Okay, and we drink out of mason jars here, so it gives me the measurements. So I don't have to stress myself. So this has everything from probiotics, which we know all the girlies are we know the girlies over here are taking their supplements. So this has the probiotics. This also has a fruit and berry blend from blueberries to cherry to plum to acai. It has a greens and veggie blend, which is what really, well, the main reason I got this is because of the probiotics, but then also like I don't be getting my fruits and vegetables like the adequate amount that my doctor recommended. So this will help. It also has antioxidants such as green tea, astragalus, and goji berry, fiber. And the green and veggie blend is a combination of carrots, broccoli, beets, which beets are great, chlorella, I'm saying that wrong, and spinach. So that's just like pretty much all of the things that's in this. So you just do you do a scoop, which is 8 grams of this. So I'm actually gonna put the rest, I don't know if that's illegal, but I am putting the rest of that. Oh crap, which one was I don't know, guys. Goodness. Okay, we're just gonna say, and then we're gonna put a scoop. Oh, and this is what it looks, can you see that? This is what it looks like. It looks it's like brown. But when you mix it, you're gonna see. And this, like, for me is filling, strangely enough. I didn't think, and then I realized it is. So then I just use my thing. It's brown. Let's just be real. It's brown. So I'm going to drink that and then get on this meeting. I now have 9 minutes till the meeting. I'm really proud of myself for doing that 2-mile walk, though. So I'll for sure close my rings. And like I said, with the rings, it's everybody's rings goals are different. I really like, though, when I am like, okay, I'm going to work out today, I want to close my rings, though. And so we'll get the rings closed, hopefully. I don't know about the stand. I was sitting a lot this morning. All right, so I think it's very, it's not as thick as a athletic green AG1 or whatever you call it, but it's the same thing, guys. It's just not green. Okay, it's pretty slimmer. Let me not make like claims. All right, I think I am good to go now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, so I'm closing the vlog. I'm learning how to do this. I'm about to edit and I realized I did not do a closing. So thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next week. It's accountability. I will catch you next week because I already recorded another video, which I was gonna post them back to back this week, but we're just gonna do one video a week. So I already have a video in the rotation for next week. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you again really so much for watching, especially till the end. All right, talk to you later. Bye.